well aware that you are shorthanded. Going back to the second quarter, there was only 3 buckets. You guys did better towards the end at getting to the line. Was that just a case of missing shots, or was there an adjustment there that needed to be made?
I don't know. I can't remember. I got to watch the tape. But I don't know. They played well tonight. Like I said, we couldn't keep up with their speed in transition. I thought it got behind us all night in transition, which we knew that coming into the game. And then offensively, just trying to do the right thing and continue to build good habits. And we knew it was going to be tough to try to put up a lot of points, but just trying to continue to play hard and build the right habits.
Reggie struggled today. What do you say to him after a game like this?
Nothing. He's good. He's a veteran, and he's bounced back before, so nothing to really say. Just come out and be ready to go on Monday. But he's playing through a little bit right now, and so we got to manage that and just make sure he's okay. But he'll be fine as far as playing basketball-wise.
And while you're down, you don't have, the names that we know you don't have right now. Is there any consideration to starting John Wall at that position?
There's consideration to do a lot of things, but on a minute restriction right now, it's just tough to try to, start him and get him out and get him back. But that's a pretty smart observation, though.
Hey Ty, on a game like today where it's like Saturday, early morning, when you're entering the building with the guys, can you tell the energy might be a little slower? Is it something you just see as soon as the game starts?
I don't know. You have to ask them. I can't really, can't really see it, and we got to get better at playing afternoon games, which I thought we did a couple of years ago. But I mean, it's no excuse. I mean, fuck, they travel. They play an afternoon game as well, So we just got to do better, be better. All of us collectively, and I know we asking a lot for the guys that's playing right now in the locker room, but it is what it is, and we had a bad game tonight, so we just got to turn the page and get ready for Monday.
Ty, you were able to get nearly 20 offensive rebounds. Can you talk about the second chance opportunities?
Yeah, we missed a lot of shots. So when you miss a lot of shots, you got a good opportunity to get offensive rebounds, and I thought T-Man and Zoo did a good job with doing that, and that's about all I can say.
Ty, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go.
Ty, I'm just curious. Is there like somewhat of a mental fatigue for the guys where they're kind of somewhat reliving last year again without the stars and trying to have to fill in all the gaps and possibly being relied on to do things that they normally wouldn't be asked to do? Like, is there somewhat of a mental fatigue for them at this point?
It could be. I don't know. You have to ask those guys. I mean, I know it gets tough when you every night you got to play at a high level, something that you haven't had to do, at certain positions. And, but, like, it's no excuse. Like, guys are hurt, guys are injured, and we got to play through it. And so whatever we need to do to try to steal wins while those guys are out, we got to do that. And then tonight was just a tough game for us, like I said. And those guys are really fast. Coach Brown got them playing at a high level offensively. And, so they really push the tempo on us, especially early in the game. A lot of lobs, dunks, threes, coast to coast. And we really couldn't get back and get matched. And so hats off to them because they did play well. But, we've been in this position before. I mean, I don't think down this many offensive guys. But, it's just something we got to go through right now. And so I'm proud of our guys in the locker room, that, they fight every single night. They try to tough it out every night. And, when you're shorthanded like we are right now, there's going to be some tough moments like this. And so these kind of things build character. And I think, our team, we went through it like last year, but, this is a little different, So hopefully we get our guys back soon and we can start building something more positive. And I think we have the positives so far, just being 13-11 considered. Kawhi's played, 100 minutes all season, and PG's missed 7-8 games. Norm, Luke's been out for 3 weeks, so we got some positive things that we've done. We got to continue to keep building out on that, not dropping our heads and, getting discouraged. It's just part of what we're going through right now, but we can always get out of it.
Hey, Ty, you said Reggie's playing through a little bit right now. Is that a back injury from his fall?
I can't speak on that, but yeah.
And then for him and Marcus, they talked a lot in the offseason about not having to face the best defender every night and getting some clean looks. And then now, like, Marcus was drawing two in the paint, in the post today. How is that for you, kind of seeing that guys that, were expecting to maybe get some more spot-up opportunities, things like that, now having to be a little more on the ball, run the offense, seeing two, things like that?
I mean, we did it last year. I think it's, I think when guys are so close and they're right there, sometimes you, not knowing exactly when, it can kind of weigh on you a little bit. But like I said, Marcus and Reggie, for those guys that, played last year, Nico, Zoo, those guys, it's something you don't want to get used to, but we're used to playing that way. And like I said, Mike Brown did a good job of just double teaming Marcus when he got on the post ups. We went to Zoo a few times. They started double teaming Zoo and to take the ball out of his hands. But, it is what it is right now. And so we can't hang our heads, like I said, just continue to stay together like we have been, cheering for one another. And hopefully we get some reinforcement back soon.
Without your main players, the young guys get some time to shine. Looking at the positive, what are some key points from tonight's game that reflects on the guys and their growth? And as we get deeper into the season, how is that going to play a role once you have your main guys back playing?
Yeah, I think, Brandon Boston, some catch and shoot threes, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, and just the pace he was playing at offensively, and then taking the challenge defensively as well. We've been challenging him to be better defensively, and he's done that. And so we know he can score the basketball, but taking the next step, like you said, of being better defensively, he's done that. Musa getting some experience, Preston, getting some experience in a real NBA game. So it's good for us in the long haul, and so it's just good to reward those young guys when they've been playing so great in the G League and finally get an opportunity.
I think earlier, just to clarify, before tip-off, you'd said that Kawhi is definitely making the trip. Is PG making the trip as well? All right. And then, just because it's it's an early tip-off today, game day routine's a little different. Was that a factor of why Kawhi and PG just didn't go today, being an early tip?
No, I don't think it's the early tip. I just think, not quite ready. And so just being smart about it. Our medical staff does a great job of just letting us know, exactly when these guys are ready. And so today wasn't the right day.
Yeah, just following up on that, Ty, you had to do so much as far as communicate what's going on with Kawhi, what's going on with Paul, and obviously that there's trolls who think that those guys kind of pick and choose when they're playing, and we know that's not the case. But when it's that kind of situation where they're so close to coming back, and the medical staff kind of is they're not ready to come back, how do you kind of communicate that to people who are expecting them to come back and play?
I don't understand.
Communicate
to who?
Communicate to fans, communicate to even the players on the team. Obviously, they kind of know, okay, they're coming back soon, but they're not coming back yet. How do you kind of say, look, they're dealing with legitimate issues, legitimate injuries. They're trying to rehab. They're trying to play. They want to play, but they're not ready to play yet. And it's not exactly their decision.
Yeah, they definitely want to play, and so we just got to be smart about it, and you hate to see this happen, and so Kawhi, who's, missed, 15 months of basketball, you think he don't want to play? He wants to play, PG wants to play, and it's just not the right time. They're still rehabbing and still progressing and doing the right things, trying to get to that point. And so hopefully we can get it done on this trip, being optimistic about it. And so there's definitely not a thing where, you're not going to sit out 8-9 games in a row because you want to sit out. That could be a one-game situation or a guy okay, I'm not feeling good today, but 8-9 games in a row, you're not sitting out because you just want to sit out and make your own decision, And so they're injured, they're hurt, and they're doing everything they can to get back. And like I said, hopefully we can get them back on this trip. That's our main thing right now is trying to get these guys back. And like I said, hopefully it's on this trip.
Is there any concern at all that other guys that are playing right now, and I know I kind of touched on this yesterday with Reggie, but just any concern that those guys might be trying to do too much because the team's already shorthanded?
Well, not trying. We need them to do much. We need them to do a lot, And so we asking for Marcus and John Wall and Reggie and Norm before he got hurt. We asking those guys to do a lot, And so it's not fair to them. It's just the position we're in right now. And so, we have a lot of guys that can eat, but they can't cook. on an every night basis, So that's PG and Kawhi and Luke's movement off the basketball, Norm be able to get downhill, attack the basket, make plays. And so that's just what it is right now. And so our guys are giving everything they got. And there's no way I can be mad at the guys in the locker room. It is what it is. And so my biggest thing is being a good teammate, sticking together, doing things the right way on both sides of the basketball, and you can live with the results.
Hi, Coach. With this long away trip coming up, what kind of adjustments are we going to start seeing with the lineups and with the different, opportunities for the younger guys to start playing? Like, what are we going to see for that?
Well, we just got to see who's going to play first, see when we get guys back, what games guys are coming back, and then we just kind of go from there.